I'd like to call the City of Elkhorn Plan Commission Thursday, July 20th, 6 o'clock meeting to order. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Meinel,
Here.
Geeslin, Boardman, Stockel,
Here.
Hunter, Watke,
Here.
Lechner.
Here. Next, we have approved the minutes of July 6, 2023. So approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion on those? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have Scott Dahlberg, applicant, 203 West Centralia, Duramax Company, for a site plan and architectural review. If you want to give your presentation, Scott, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. We're in the process of growing again. We're hoping to eventually use the facility, the old water plant that we kind of lease from you right now, but the water plant's still in commission, so we had to go to Plan B. We want to add to the south of the existing building that we have. It's roughly 100 by 60 addition, straight to the south. Basically, the surface was all concrete, or is all concrete for where we store our lumber right now. We're adding another wall panel line and moving the third line that we had into this new structure. We'd like to, and just expand. We're busy. It's everything in this world has kind of changed a little bit. Everything keeps getting pushed back, but in September, October this year, we're going to be working 60 to 70 hours a week. Probably hiring, right now we've got some guys that left, but probably hiring 6 to 10 more people. Most of them live in Elkhorn or around the area. We do like Elkhorn a lot. It's been very helpful with the rail and everything that we do. We are leasing land from Marty's Storage, the old Wicks yard. We do store some of our lumber there now. We're happy. So
Sounds like
we
you
just
got a
need to
good,
expand, that's all.
sounds like you got a good thing going, Scott.
And I just sold the company to the employees. So it's an ESOP company now.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm an employee the first time in 44 years.
Did you complain to anybody yet about it? Anything or?
Rich now. But it's another set of problems. But
Okay. Allison, you have anything you'd like to add? I know you had your comments.
I don't really have anything to add. Everything is pretty cut and dry here. They are doing a small addition. Like Scott said, it was previously a concrete storage area. So they're just adding on to their existing building, and then they are adding a small portion of pavement as well, so that they have a good truck turnaround radius, and so that they can access the backside of that building.
Okay. Naomi, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. Small increase in impervious surface, but nothing that requires stormwater management at this time. No change to existing utilities. Just my typical erosion control comments that those standards need to be addressed in the ordinance as construction proceeds.
Okay, thank you. Commission members, any questions, concerns?
Sounds like it's pretty straightforward to me,
Yep.
so.
Do we have a motion for the site plan and architectural review?
Motion to approve the site plan architectural review with staff comments.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other further questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Minell,
Yes.
Geesslin, Boardman, Stocko,
Yes.
Hunter, Watke,
Yes.
Lechner.
Yes. Motion passed for the site plan architectural review.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have general discussion items.
Can I
Any-
ask one question before?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you know when you're gonna do Centralia Street to the west from 67?
Matt, that's next year?
No, next year, currently is planned, we'll do East Centralia from where we're ending it this year, which is on the east side of 94. That'll go all the way to NN, or H, thank you. And then that'll also include Mackenzie. The portion of Centralia that you're referring to would be the following year in 25.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully it aligns with the abandonment of the water treatment plant, but I don't know that it will, so, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any updates, Allison?
I do not have any general updates. Everything's been going fairly well. Projects are moving forward. We're waiting on Teronomy to move forward just a little bit more before they submit their application here. I think they're working through some things with Adam. Taco Bell and Starbucks still well on their way. Anytime Fitness started. So everything's going really well.
Okay. Do you have anything to add, Adam?
Sure. Just as Allison said, we're continuing to work with Teronomy and our legal counsel on the proposed development agreement. So we just keep kind of going back and forth, trying to narrow down. We're pretty close, just a few things. And one of the things we're trying to make sure is that we address any public improvements that might need to be done as part of the project, including the rail crossing, just to make sure that the city doesn't have to pay for that. So that's what's going on there. We actually received a phone call last week from the landowner who owns the property across from the middle school. Kind of a triangular piece across across 12. First name is Matt. I'm blanking on his last name. He's interested in potentially doing residential development if anybody wants to buy that property and do a development there. So I'm just throwing that out there as a plug. I know he's reaching out to a couple brokers to potentially list the property for him. And then, I don't know if Matt's gonna.
It's pretty small, isn't it? I mean,
It's actually fairly sizable.
I'm thinking of the wrong
This
way.
triangle parcel right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much goes from the top where that little right there down to the very, right
Yep,
there. So,
okay.
11.
Okay, okay.
so,
okay.
Markets here.
and then I also got word that apparently DeBach is gonna be putting his land up for sale on the southwest side of the city. So he's working with Ray Gooden. So that could also be potentially developing into something in the future. So, and I don't know if Allison, you want to mention new office hours, which are going to start the first week of August.
Sure. I am planning on starting new office hours the first week of August, and I'm going to spread them out a little bit throughout the week. So I'm going to do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing 8 to noon on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then a 12 to 4 on Fridays. That works just a little bit better with my schedule to keep me productive and efficient throughout the week. But I think I found a happy medium that will also work with residents in the community, that will provide them with morning hours and afternoon hours, and it will be evenly spaced out throughout the week.
And Allison's hours had been, what, 10 to 2 on Mondays, and was it 10 to 2 again on Wednesdays, I think?
10, they have been Mondays 10 to 2, Tuesday 12 to 4, and Thursdays 10 to 2.
So we initially were hoping to try and get the lunch crowd, but I don't think that's really been a big lunch crowd. So as a result, we're now trying more of a 8 to 12 Monday, Wednesday. Hopefully people want to come in first thing. We do have a decent number of people who will, let's say, show up on Friday afternoon as well. So hopefully either Allison can talk to them on Friday, and also then be able to follow up with them on Monday as well. So we're pretty optimistic that this should be fairly simple and hopefully easier for people to remember too, because 8 to 12, 8 to 12, and 12 to 4 is pretty simple, so.
Right, and the public also has my cell number, and I'm also always available by appointment. If those office hours don't work for community members and they want to schedule something different, I'm always available and open to that too, so.
Thank you. Next, we have zoning text updates, fence and shed materials.
So this one, I just wanted to bring this up as a discussion point. Historically in the city, when I issue or past zoning administration has issued either fence or shed permits, historically we have really only allowed certain types of materials. For example, historically the city has not allowed metal material on sheds. More of like an agricultural accessory structure. And, same goes for fencing. Historically, we haven't really allowed that chicken wire fence or any agricultural type of fence here within the city. However, this has been coming up a lot more. And I've had a lot of inquiries about doing metal sheds or certain types of fences that in the past we just haven't approved, but it's not necessarily in our code. We don't have anything written in our code that talks about the type of materials that are permitted here within the city. So I just wanted to bring this up as a discussion point and see, A, what does the city want? And B, based upon what we do want, we should add that to our ordinances.
I agree. Should be in there, so you can enforce it, right?
Well, it's interesting, it's changed through the years, the building materials. Now, metal roads are common, whereas they were extremely rare in the past. And metal sheds used to be, oh, we don't want pole buildings in town. And now you have all kinds of metal structures that are quite attractive to the eye, I guess, depending on who
I
you
think
are.
fencing's a little different, because if you put up something that would offend your neighbor, chicken wire was a good excuse, you know what I mean? If they want to fence their dog in and they don't want to spend a lot of money, I think, we've got to, as we look at that, we got to take that into consideration, that it's not only what they want to use, but it's what your neighbor's got to look at. So, but in order to enforce it, I think we probably have to do both.
Should be something in there.
Yeah.
Do you want to direct me to put something together as far as an ordinance working with Allison, and just bring it here for review, or how do you want to deal with it?
Yeah, if we don't have anything, like she says there's nothing in it, it doesn't say you can't, we just said no. Basically, you're saying, no, you can't do it, right?
Right. At this point, I'm saying, we don't allow this in the city, but if someone were to come back and say, well, where is that written? I don't have anything to refer to. At this point, I'm really just following suit from what I know past administration has done. And so I would like to have it in writing so that if anybody asks questions, I can direct them to that.
I would say if you guys could work on it and then bring it back to us for review, because you know what kind of materials are out there that they're using in other cities too that are,
Right.
like Ward said, attractive enough.
Right.
I mean, if you bring back things to us and then we can look at it and review it and we can go from there.
That sounds great. I can work with you on
You
that.
guys,
And then we would recommend basically the
Electric
council,
classes.
and then that would be for ordinance purposes of that.
Sure.
But yeah, we got to give her some tools to work with. I mean,
I just want to make sure that you tell me all the sections that we need to include, and then I'll come up with some language based on what you think is best.
Okay, that sounds great. I will work on that so that we can bring it back at the next plan commission meeting, which will not be until September.
September, oh, wow.
Oh,
you guys fine with them working on it too and bringing it back?
oh, yes, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Just want to make sure.
I'm not sure we'll be able to get it done by September.
Why not?
We're going to hold you to that one.
Definitely.
Well, thank you guys. So I guess review upcoming meetings, we won't have one August 3rd, or we won't have one August 17th.
Nope.
So it'll be the first Thursday after Labor Day.
September 7th.
Okay.
After the fair.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.